Hello guys, so today we are doing a daily recap, looking at the things that have been happening, today in the geopolitical space. If you're new, please like, subscribe, and share, and draw to 100. So the latest news is that Israel now, Benjamin Netanyahu will be traveling to UAE. It will be probably the first time he's been there, and the second time a high-level visit of an Israeli leader has been there. The other time it was the president went to Oman, visited a couple of UAE countries. And this just shows you that Israel is trying to implement the Abraham Accords, which are very fundamental. Another interesting thing is that the UAE countries will now introduce Jewish culture and Jewish studies into their curriculum. Jewish culture and Jewish studies in the United Arab Emirates was not talked about. It wasn't considered because we must remember that the UAE and Israel, because after the Seventh Day War there were issues and it wasn't really considered. But after the Abraham Accords, because they want to implement the Abraham Accords, they want now to become to throw away this animosity which is hindering trade and business, and they want to become friends. They will be introducing studies about Jewish culture, talking about the genocide, against the Jews by the Nazi. They enlisted various Jewish scholars from New York and all over the world to come and participate in the curriculum. Then this is probably good news. Because it's showing that the countries are opening up and working together. And also still on the news about Israel, there have been various protests against the government of Netanyahu because it's seen as more radical, especially in Tel Aviv. As we all know, the capital cities all over the world have a population that is more liberal, and the government of Netanyahu has come with policies that are seen as not that liberal. They are very good with conservatives, but the liberal people who are liberal, because they are seen as policies that are affecting the LGBTQ, for some policies that are pushing, animosity between the Palestine and the Israeli. So there has been various protests in the capital city. But for me, as I look at this situation, I don't know. I think Netanyahu still has a very solid grip and a very solid control of the government. I only think that he's just should make sure the only dilemma, he has to place the people who's helped him get there, the conservatives, like the Minister for Security, Minister for Education, who are some advisors who are seem to be very aggressive and probably not a bit radical when it comes to policies between Israel and Palestine. And also the trade between Israel and the UAE countries has gone up. Last year, the year 2022, trade went to $2 billion from less than $100 million. So it shows that the Abraham Accord somehow has really worked to open the relationship, because we understand in terms of geopolitics and how states relate. You start with economic relationship, and as integration goes, now you start integrating well, bringing other policy, government to government, and it shows that they're trying at least to implement the Abraham Accords, which was signed between Bahrain, UAE, Bahrain and UAE. Also, Morocco is also looking to enlist Jewish studies in its education system. Morocco also was signed later into the Abraham Accords and trying to normalize the relationship. There has been direct flights from Casablanca, Marrakesh to Jerusalem, to Tel Aviv. Sorry. So it means that Israel and Israel is on the apart from the noise that you are hearing about Israel and Palestine, it says that Israel is working low key and using its influence to try and promote itself with friendly neighbors, because it knows if it has the backing of the UAE countries, then the issue of the Palestine is a bit settled. Also, Israel and UAE decided to lower the taxes of more than 90% of goods traded between them, so that to ensure that they integrate economically and and also become good neighbors and promote. There's also this promotion of tourism where Jewish people are encouraged to go to Dubai, the UAE to invest, to tour, and also vice versa. The Emiratis are also encouraged to go to Tel Aviv. In other news, John Bolton is deciding to run for president. That's very interesting because it seems that he wants to challenge Donald Trump. John Bolton has been been critical of Donald Trump. He wants to run for president. He believes he's the guy. He believes he has what it takes to run as president in the United States. But it's very interesting. I don't know if he'll get anything because John Bolton has been linked with regime change. He's a security advisor, very tough security advisor. I would say he has vast experience in politics, in geopolitics. But we'll see how it goes, and if he wins, I wish him all the best. But I doubt that he is going to get any chance. In other news, the Tigray and the Ethiopian war. There was a ceasefire, but now it's looking that war might break out again because there are talks that the Tigray people have violated the ceasefire. There were recommendations that the peace deal. It's not a ceasefire; it was a peace deal. So sorry, guys. That the Tigray people the Tigray army had to withdraw 65% of the armed forces, to return back the weapons within 1 month. But there's talk that there's violation and it hasn't been accountable. And also, the other day we had Tedros, the leader of the World Health Organization, saying that his uncle was killed in the war. So also these statements are not putting a good light. Also, Tedros has been accused of using the World Health Organization humanitarian aid to send to Tigray. Tedros is from the Tigray area, and he's been accused by the government of Ethiopia of supporting the Tigray, are seen by the government of Ethiopia as a militant group trying to overthrow government. For those who don't understand, the TPLF, the Tigray people, had been in power for 27 years, and then there was this change in government, and now they didn't accept the change, and now they started fighting back the government, or the government started fighting. It depends which side you're seeing. So, and Dr. Tedros has been a big vocal against the government of Ethiopia. In fact, the other day they said that they don't recognize him, the government of Ethiopia, because he keeps on supporting the TPLF. And in other news, that the California senator in America is trying to put a bill in the Senate. He's considering to put a bill in the Senate to sanction Ethiopian Airlines. He accuses Ethiopian Airlines of sending arms to being used by the government of Ethiopia to send arms to the troops so that they can fight the TPLF. There has been talks that the American government is supporting the TPLF to fight against the Ethiopian government. A lot of Tigray citizens live abroad in Western countries in America, so there's talk that they're using their influence, especially because some of them are high up in the social ladder of American politics, American institution, American corporate, to push for this sanction of Ethiopian airline. That's why it is seen that the American government is supporting the TPLF, because America has a lot of Tigray citizens in its country. So there's this talk that they want to sanction Ethiopian Airlines. I don't know how that will go. I highly doubt that will be effective, because Ethiopian Airlines is one of the biggest. It's not even one; it's the biggest airline in Africa, and it's one of the biggest in the world. If you put top 10 airlines in the world, Ethiopian Airlines is up there, if not even top 5. So I don't know if it will be easy, and also the law allows that the government can use its own airline, because it's a state airline to transport its military equipment. So it's not operating against the law. But Ethiopian Airline has come out and said that it's not transporting military equipment. You never know. We're at a time of war, so you know, no one. It's very hard for people to accept their shortcomings, but we'll see how it goes with this bill. So apart from that, guys, I think that's all for today. I'll keep you updated. I'll be doing a daily recap on the news today, and also I'll be doing another show on talking about full geopolitics and full analysis of things. And this is how I'll be doing the show from now on. I do a daily recap of the news that are happening, and then for one video, and then another video I just do about a full analysis of certain geopolitics situation. Thank you for those who are joining me. Road to 100,000. I really appreciate, and thank you all. Cheers. Ciao.